Santa Claus is a skinny motherfucking white dude with a pointy pope hat, and his helpers are not elves, but white dudes painted in blackface, and are called Black Peters.
Zwarte Pieter style!
But what the fuck is blackface?
Blackface is some racist ass shit that was popularized in the United States to portray stereotypes of African people in movies, theater, plays, and cartoons like these.
My Uncle Sammy!
It boggles the fucking mind why a so-called liberal democracy like the Netherlands would allow this shit to happen. After all, peeps there can smoke weed legally, and sex work is decriminalized, right? Holland, like most of Europe, is ruled by a bunch of white supremacist scumbags who don't give a flying fuck about the brown peeps they fucked over while colonizing the rest of the fucking world, so that they could continue the fantasy of their civilization rolling for another 500 plus fucking years. While visiting Holland, I got to check out a squat where refugees from a number of African nations live. They left their homelands because their lives were in danger.
We know in Holland is democratic country. We think the democracy for everybody, not for one group, not for two groups. The democracy for everybody. We have right to fight it. We came here to ask the government protection. We not came here to make criminal.
This squat was facilitated by Dutch anarchists because the motherfucking government won't give these folks asylum, even though empty buildings like these are plentiful in Amsterdam, and even though this below sea level shitty continues to exist because of the exploitation of these folks and their territories. Meanwhile, right outside their building, hundreds of white dudes and dudettes, painted in blackface, pranced around making fun of their culture and indoctrinating thousands of children to this European white supremacist ideology where a cracker-ass white dude with a pointy fucking hat tells his brown helpers what to do. All the while he gangster grills atop his pimp palace. Coincidentally, a conference called Global Uprisings gathered thousands of troublemakers from around the world and happened right by the parade route, and an impromptu anti-racist protest took place.
It's just a really strange that this is actually still a tradition here, and that we're perpetuating this, really blatant racism and making it into something that's, fun for children.
It didn't take the Dutch pigs long to surround the protest. After all, previous attempts to disrupt this parade have been crushed with a quickness. But many of these peeps have confronted the boot of brutal dictatorships and were not threatened by the Dutch pigs' feeble attempt at intimidation.
Wow, this is 2013 and they think that racist traditions are just traditions, while I still think slavery one day was a tradition. Therefore, I'm here protesting against this tradition, very racist, provocative tradition.
All this to say that racism is alive and well in all Europe. It lives well within their institutions and government and so-called cultural traditions. So don't buy the fucking myth of progressive European nations that liberals like Michael Moore try to sell you. To solve this problem, I propose the following new winter tradition. Are you ready? Okay, it's called Shoot Down Santa, Smash the State, Destroy Religion, Loot the Malls, Abolish Patriarchy, Bomb Civilization, Demolish Capitalism, and Free Tacos every fucking Tuesday day. And that about does it for this edition of It's the End of the World as We Know It, and I Feel Fine.